Ahoy there, crew! This is your captain speaking, and today I'm going to attempt to draw emotions. I'll be splitting the expressions into 3 levels, starting from easiest to hardest. Through this video, I'll go from drawing mild to moderate expressions and finally end with a fully rendered scene. But without further ado, let's get into level 1, where we're starting with Titan. For this level, I just did my best to get a good grasp of basic expressions. I've decided to break this down to 6 emotions. These are joy, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. To keep things simple, I've decided to start off by drawing the different expressions with the characters facing forward. I don't draw strong expressions often, so it feels like a good start. Now, I love big expressions, but sometimes it just doesn't suit the character. Titan is colder and more distant most of the time, so I feel like smaller expressions suit her really well. That means I won't change her face or features all that much. Of course, there will be times when she makes bigger expressions. I feel like I'll leave those for when she gets jump scared or when her world gets flipped upside down, like with an ultimate betrayal or something like that. Now, Titan might be more stiff, but I don't want to give in to keeping her too pretty for every expression. This means adding some extra lines here and there. For her, I think limiting these wrinkles to her eyebrows and mouth would be best. Adding them around her nose makes her look a little older than she actually is, especially since I don't want her scrunching up her face, so it makes a little less sense to put lines there. Here is Titan's initial expressions sheet. I think I did a pretty good job at keeping her expressions on the milder side, and she still looks pretty most of the time, so it's a win-win. But now it's time for level 2, Aster's expressions. For this level, I focused on creating bigger expressions and lots of wrinkles on her face. I changed her features as much as I could without warping her face shape too much. She is very chaotic, but I think I need to draw that line for my style. I still want things to look pretty and polished, even if her face doesn't look quite as nice anymore. To get ideas for each expression, I looked up anime expressions for the different emotions. I felt like they would be the closest to my style, so I found and combined some of them to create Aster's expressions. I had to keep a special restriction in mind though. Since Aster is a harpy, I want her mouth to resemble a beak with its shape. Thus came her pointed top lip. It was hard to incorporate this into all the expressions, but I got there mostly. The smile ended up looking a little too round. Other than that, I think I did pretty good actually. All her expressions are bold and fun. I love it. It was even hard for me to decide which one is my favorite, but you can judge for yourself and let me know which one you like the most out of all Aster's expressions. Looking back, I'd say I love the crying and disgusted faces the most. And now we're at level 3, an emotional scene. For this level, I continue doing my best to get the emotion across, while having other elements work in tandem with it. This also made for a good opportunity to practice drawing an expression at an angle, but it was also mostly a good excuse to make some art of Aster now that she has her design. The scene I chose is one of total devastation. Now, it may or may not come to pass. Aster's village is burning, whether by her or someone else is doing. I won't tell. Either way, she is very upset by the sight of her childhood environment on fire. I wouldn't say it's a complete environment, but I tried my best to create some satisfying layers with the fire and some stray feathers. What really elevated the final piece was the motion blur I added. It makes the scene feel a lot more distressing and disorienting, which is honestly perfect. By the way, if you like the vibe of these characters, be sure to check out the video where I designed them and talk a bit about their backstories. But now let's take a look at the final artwork, shall we? I haven't made such an intense artwork in quite a while. It's honestly refreshing. I'm glad it was of Aster. I really look forward to drawing her and Titan some more in the future. But that's all for today, crew. Be sure to like and subscribe so I can see you again for our next voyage. Bye bye!